Hi there, are you ready to do some more organizing? I feel like a flat working surface is probably one of the most important things for a paper crafter. I am also an avid needle worker, but I can do that almost anywhere I just sit. But paper crafting, you need flat workspace. So I'm going to show you mine in a minute, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I started. When I started paper crafting, I started off with just a few stamps and I had them in a little bin. And then I just either worked at the kitchen table or on a lap desk. As my crafting evolved into a business, we were living in a really little house then, and so I took up a wall in the dining room. And it first started off with just a folding table, and then that evolved into bigger, more planned spaces. After living there for 13 years, we moved to this house where I was able to get a full craft room, which truly is a dream come true. So I'm going to show you my flat workspaces. Here is my workspace. So this U desk used to be a long, really long desk on the one wall in my dining room. But when we moved here, it fit perfectly as a U desk in this little bump in section, I guess. All right, so I want to focus first on this middle section. This is my stamping section or zone. And the important thing here is I have a rule. You see my Stampin' Up! Glass mat there. The rule is that no clutter goes on that glass mat, because clutter will take up as much space as you let it. So you have to give yourself rules. So that is one of my number one rules. So now you can see I've got a lot of my close to my heart ink pads and all the markers and that kind of stuff still. And I've just started my Stampin' Up! Collection of ink pads. So that little area will probably change organization-wise, which I will do down the road. But for now, we're focusing on the flat workspace. So whatever current card making or stamping project I'm working on is done right here. And you can see I have a die cut machine right there, just real easy. And I just started doing this recently. I have a little plate under my die cut machine to hold the dies I'm using currently. How many times have I lost a little die? You don't even want to know. So I started just keeping them all in one little space. Now corners are a challenge. Right now I have my cute little typewriter. Yes, I had to have a typewriter. It's so cute. And then this cool corner shelf I found on Amazon years ago that fill that corner. This corner, I kind of view, let me move my chair, kind of view this corner as my office. And having a computer kind of filling up that corner makes a really good use of corners. The other corner is probably more decorative. And then this one is definitely my work space. These are IKEA tables, love them. The thing I love most about them is the straight legs, because you can get so much more storage under them. This zone is pretty much my miscellaneous zone. Sometimes it's paperwork spread all over there, sometimes it's scrapbooking, sometimes it's another project. One thing you need to pay attention to is flow. As you work, I'm right-handed, so most of my what I would call first tier tools, you can see it right here, are really at my immediate fingertips. And then organization just kind of moves on to, like, the spinner back here is more like the second tier. And then it goes to third tier stamps, and then fourth tier. We're going to go into that in more detail down the road. With this workspace, currently I'm working on a big project. So I have my old laptop here because that's going to help me do the project. So this is probably kind of like a rotating current project space. This spot will get full of paper until I have figured out what all I'm doing, and then the paper gets put away. So that is my second rule. As soon as I'm done with a stamping project, it all gets put away. This is my cutting zone. And this little thing, it's from the Container Store, and I'm going to tell you more about it in a different episode. Okay, now that you've seen my flat workspaces and seen my zones and heard my rules, I would love to know in the comments what your flat workspace is like and what zones and rules you have given yourself. And if you don't have that yet, I would love to hear what you're going to create. So let's organize in 25. Thanks for watching.